Hello, and welcome back to Inspirations, where you will find encouragement to inspire a life. This is Dana Susan Beasley of angelarts.biz, and today we are continuing the theme of love, considering that Valentine's Day is tomorrow. It's hard to believe, especially with the week that my family and I have had. So I will continue on with reading from 1 Corinthians 13, starting with verse 11. When I was a child, I used to speak like a child, think like a child, reason like a child. When I became a man, I did away with childish things. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then I will know fully, just as I also have been fully known. Now, of course, this is talking about that day when we will meet the King of Kings face to face. But I also see a metaphor about marriage here. In fact, it reminds me of Little House on the Prairie, believe it or not. I was watching that. I have been actually binge watching Little House on the Prairie for a while now, and I'm on season 9. And Laura sees Nellie after many years, and they're both grown up, they're both married, they have children. And it's funny to Laura how what she thought about as a child seemed so important and seemed like her desires, them not being fulfilled, was the end of the world. And then she had a whole new perspective, being a grown-up married lady with a child. And, when you're in a significant love relationship, when you're in a marriage, you have to realize at some point that you have to stop being a child and you have to be mature and stop thinking about yourself all the time and put that other person first. That is what a successful relationship requires. And so that is a really, really good reminder from 1 Corinthians 13. And now let me continue on the practical advice to inspire some action here in your relationships. So here it is. Slow down. Take your spouse on a retreat or a dinner date. It's so easy to think, we can't afford it, it's too expensive, we can't find a babysitter, we can't leave the kids. But how expensive is marriage counseling or a divorce lawyer? Alimony? How will your kids feel when they are being bounced from parent to parent? The best way to divorce-proof your marriage is to plan regular getaways, vacations, and dates. As Ellen Kreidman says in Light Her Fire, feel the guilt and do it anyway. And I know that this is personally true. There was a time when our son was young that we neglected this, and it almost cost our marriage. And is it easy? No, especially right now that we're going through a major remodeling project. There's lots of upheaval in my husband's career, and that has kind of made some uncertainty and some cash flow problems. And we really don't know what's going to happen on Valentine's Day, quite honestly. We haven't even been able to plan for it. But you know what? If it's not on Valentine's Day, that's all right. It's not really about the date. It's about making that time on a regular basis to get away together, to decide to spend some moments not talking about kids or business or jobs or careers, but getting to know one another over again and doing that on a periodic, regular basis. So slow down. Take that time. And then here is a challenge. Are you relying on your spouse too much? Have you lost yourself in order to put everything you have into the relationship to make it work? Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Find out what your callings are. Rely on a support network of good friends, and you will find your spouse or partner will be attracted to you all over again. When my husband and I were married, we had what's called a unity candle. And there were 2 candles that symbolized individuals And then we put those both into one candle, which was Unity Candle. And the thing is this, that when you're a strong person, taking care of yourself, and most of all, relying on the Holy Spirit, then you are more unified than ever. And no, it's not about two people. And of course, my dog is barking. It's not about two people. It's about three people. You, your spouse, and God. That is the most successful relationship, is God in the midst of that. So most of all, rely on God. So I hope that inspires you as you look forward to Valentine's Day. And maybe Valentine's Day is a hard day for you. It's hard for many, many people. But perhaps these ideas will give you hope and something that will give you a new perspective. And maybe you can encourage someone else, because these podcasts are all about inspiring lives. So, with that, I am going to leave you with my favorite blessing. Before I do, I just want to remind you that we have many products to inspire lives, and you can find those at angelarts.biz. So please check that out. We have jewelry, we have art note cards, and gift baskets, and some really exciting ways that you can inspire the most treasured relationships that you have, or inspire yourself. So, I'm going to leave you now with the blessing. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. Okay, so this is Dana Susan Beasley, and I will talk to you tomorrow.